Measuring student learning outcomes through backward design. How to design your course starting with SLOs. Begin at the beginning. Really look at your course student learning outcomes. Often the instructional practice is to assume we know the outcomes of our course. This can be the case, especially if we have been teaching the content for many years. Take the time to really look at your course SLOs. Do you truly understand the skills the SLOs are indicating a student must master upon completion of the course? Mentally walk through your course. Is everything necessary? Once you have looked intentionally at your course SLOs, mentally walk through your course. For me, this was the most difficult part of backward design. As a child development instructor, I had concepts I really wanted students to know, which I felt were very important. What I discovered was this practice only diluted the student's ability to truly master the course SLOs in my course. I had to learn to trust that these concepts would be covered in other courses. When I started taking out all of the extra content which does not feed into my student learning outcomes, the course became less cluttered, with the extras allowing students to focus better on mastering the skills and/or concepts we have decided are important through the creation of our course student learning outcomes. Teaching to the test. Sometimes instructors can feel the practice of backward design feeds into the epidemic known as teaching to the test. For most courses, departments have the freedom to create their own student learning outcomes, deciding as a discipline the outcomes important for students to master within that specific course. Backward design allows instructors to reflect if the content they are offering students supports students in the mastery of these outcomes. So how do we do this? There are many ways to approach backward design. One method is to look critically at the assessments, otherwise known as assignments, homework, quizzes, tests, and decide if these assignments serve any purpose. Are they actually providing the instructor with the information necessary to assess if a student has mastered the student learning outcome, which in turn indicates if they are learning what we have decided through the creation of our SLOs is important. I choose to align every assessment to a SLO and let students know which SLO this assignment is assessing. One benefit is it gives students the knowledge this assignment is not just busy work, but was intentionally created. It also holds me accountable to not create that busy work, but rather be intentional in my course design. Another added benefit is the reminder for me as an instructor to critically look at the content I am teaching. Does the content I am offering students, whether through the textbook, lecture, or other material, support the mastery of student learning outcomes? Mixing and matching assessment. In backward design, an instructor examines both their formative and summative assessment to verify both can be mapped to an outcome of the course. What's the difference between formative and summative assessment? Formative assessments are activities which assess and provide feedback during the learning process, such as smaller quizzes, in-class discussions during content presentation, or quick writes. Formative assessment when practicing backward design can help to keep you as an instructor on track in providing instruction towards mastery of the student learning outcomes. Mapping even formative assessments up to SLOs is an excellent way to keep your content aligned with the outcomes of the course. Summative assessment is just as the name implies, an assessment given at the culmination of instruction. This can be a unit test or larger project. Often, the summative assessment can directly align with a student learning outcome.